Keep you guys waiting so long. Hope this means this is going to be quick.
You guys have gotten Jason further and further. Is he flashing to you? And
Absolutely, yeah. Just his energy on the field, watching him run around, interact with the guys. I mean, it's great to see him out there. He's been waiting for a long time, and he's right on track.
When a guy's been waiting like that, do you have to kind of almost like a dog that's been in the...
You got to hold him back, man. You got to hold him back. Yeah, absolutely. And he's that type of competitor. You have to protect him from himself.
Coach, will there be practice tomorrow?
What's that?
Will there be practice tomorrow?
Yeah. You get the itinerary? You know something I don't know?
No, sometimes coaches like to cancel out.
Oh, there'll be practice tomorrow.
Coach, you saw Jaleel making nice small plays there already. You saw a little smile on his face when Jaleel was making those. What would you like to see the defense having those plays in the red zone?
Well, I think playmakers step up in those situations, third down, red zone, and we talk about that and we emphasize it. And to see him step up and make a few plays, it was good. It's good to see that.
Good to see 33 out there making that pick.
Absolutely. Always good to see 33 making a pick.
Better day for the defense. Often kind of had their way a little bit. Things kind of changed it.
I would say, yeah, probably defense had a better day today, but they go back and forth, and that's what I like about this group. You know, one day one group win, the other day the next group come out, and they take it to another level, and I think it just makes us better, that type of competition.
Coach, outside of Melvin and Austin, a lot of unknown guys at running back. What do you see from guys like Trez and Justin Jackson throughout this offseason?
Young guys, they have some ability. You know, we'll see when we get the pads on. It's hard to evaluate running backs in shorts, but I've been impressed with their receiving ability. These guys, they've come in this league. College football has kind of changed the game a little bit because they're playing all the spread, and it's all about touches and not rushes. So I think you have better receivers coming into the league in the backfield, and I've seen that this camp.
Anthony, what's going on with Cal?
You know, he has an injury. It's, you know, I don't want to get into it, but he'll be back and he's okay. He'll be okay.
He'll be healthy for training camp.
Absolutely.
What have you thought of Derwin so far, just how he's approached his new team and playing out there?
You know, he's in the secondary, he has the most snaps of anybody on the roster right now, and I think he's handled that well. We've put him in a lot of different situations, and just to see what he can handle, and I'm impressed with that, first off. But his natural ability, I mean, just he validates what we saw on tape, and I can't wait to see him in pads.
Talking about Verrett, how critical a season is this for him? To be able to get on the field and do what he does.
You know, I just think because he missed last year, you know, it's critical for him because he just wants to be back on the field. He's a young man. He's got a lot of football left in front of him, but we definitely missed him last year, and we're looking forward to having him back.
Coach, Roberto kicked a little bit today. How did he do?
You know what? He kicked pretty good. The longer distance, he can improve a little bit. And so he understands that. And it probably wasn't easy with me in his ear the whole time. But he's doing well.
And Caleb did kick.
Caleb did not kick. Just saving Caleb for another day.
He's still dealing with the injury he had last year?
No, he's fine with that. You know, he tweaked a little something a couple of weeks ago. And with his injury history, taking no chances. Just holding him out. No, it was just his leg was just sore.
That was kicking legs.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay? All right.
What's up? How we doing? Hi. Okay, it's been a while since we've talked, but it's been a very good OTAs and minicamp in that both hand in hand. It's been very good. We still have a ways to go, obviously, but I like the steps that we're taking.
Gus, when you kind of imagine the best version of your defense, what's Jason Verrett's role in that?
Oh, right where he's at. You know, he's a guy that, you know, I think there's a perception you want length and size and, you know, to play the position, but it can look different. And his skill set, what he has, his speed, his athleticism, his change of direction, it is elite. And just to see him go through the individual, sometimes, you know, you see a guy come back from an injury like that, take some time. But I don't see it, you know, right now. The way he's working out and the way he's practicing, he's in a really good place right now.
Are there things he has to, I don't know if relearn or pick up is the right term, but because of the injury to kind of get back?
I'm sure there's that mental aspect, but that's the part I'm not seeing. Where sometimes it takes some time for guys, but I think for him, he's a student of the game. So when you're talking concepts, and that's what I loved about him last year, he was around all the time. He heard the defense. He understand what we were trying to do. So that part of it, the mental part of learning the defense, it came pretty quickly to him. So the physical part and gaining confidence, I just compared to where he was last year, where he is now, he's just got a different mindset.
What have you seen from Derwin? It's been surprising or encouraging?
Well, just like today, his length, right? He's he's a guy that's got good speed. His length, we've also put a lot on his plate. So he's learning multiple positions. We're trying to get him to see, what he does well, what his skill set's like. And but what I love about him, even though he might be burdened mentally, it doesn't slow his game speed down. He still plays fast. Kaiser White, it's the same way. He's a guy that, boy, he's got a lot on him. But when you see him on the field, if he makes a mistake, it's still 100 miles an hour. And that's something to be said about that, too.
Where does Derwin look most comfortable?
Well, we're playing him a lot at strong safety. He's playing some free. And right now we're at the free safety spot. There's a lot of guys getting reps there. And, we're just trying to get a feel for, all right, what's our best matchup? What's our best feel? How do we operate the best with guys at different positions? So that might be a work in progress even in training camp.
Is that something, do you want to have that be one guy's job, or is that something you can do differently based on what you're facing, based on
I think there's some flexibility there, just like we had some flexibility last year. I think we want to make sure that's still part of our package because it's such a matchup league. And I think, that part's important.
Talking about the free safety spot, with such Jaleel back there, he made 2 big plays on the ball today. How's he coming? He has experience there, but how's he doing in that?
There's some guys that you can put a lot on their plate. Jaleel plays a lot of different positions for us, and he goes back at free safety. And I think that even though he played all strong last year, he was listening, so he understands basically what we're looking for. And when he goes out there and gets the reps, you see him like he's very well coached up. He understands it. So, I think to get him a couple reps back there, that's some of the, pieces of the puzzle, moving people around and trying to feel like, what is our best 11 guys on the field.
What's the biggest learning curve that rookie safeties are usually dealing with?
Well, there's so much. Can they somehow, when it seems very complicated, somehow to keep it simple enough to where you can play fast? I think, there's a lot into it. There's, you got empty sets and 1-back sets and 2-back sets and all those things. But I think the idea of going out on the field and trying to keep it simple enough to where you can play fast and not be, play like you're heavy out there. I think that's the biggest challenge for most of them.
Because I know he's not underappreciated by you, but somebody like Casey Hayward and how he's played over the last couple of years, it seems like people still aren't aware of maybe how he played nationally.
Right. You know what? You brought that up. I think someone asked me that too. I know for us in that building, in our meeting room, he's greatly appreciated. What he does not only on the field, but what I love about our guys, there's some fierce competition going on our field. And sometimes, you can get to the point where some guys aren't pulling for one another because of it. But that's not the case with our team. You see guys helping each other, Jaleel and Derwin. Derwin thinks the world of Jaleel. He takes him under his wing. He's helping him, which is unique a little bit with such a highly competitive environment. But, Casey's the same way. He's in the ears of the corners. He's talking to them all the time about different looks and different things. So, it's not just his skill set, what he has on the field and his ability to make plays, but just as a teammate.
You mentioned Derwin and Jaleel and their relationship. Derwin has a lot of leadership characteristics. Is he able to assert those?
You're starting to see more and more of it. Where, before we go into a session, if it's a special cat session, hey, this is a 3rd down session, you'll hear him talk about, hey, 3rd down, here's what we need to do. And you're starting to see him and hear him a little bit more and more as time goes on. So I think as he gets a better feel for things, those qualities will show even more.
Does he have to balance that, though, because he has so much experience back there? So
I don't think so, because it's pretty genuine. It's pretty authentic. Well, we have these conversations, but the big unknown is when you put the pads on. You know, what does it look like? We might have different conversations. But what he's shown, you know, the ability, it is a strong, big learning curve for him. But just his instincts and, you know, it feels like it's pretty natural. It's coming pretty natural to him, some of the things we see him do. But I think he's gotten a lot of reps. He may have gotten more reps than anybody on our defense. So, and that's with the reason, you know, we're trying to speed that part of it up. So I think we'll have a better idea when he put the pads on. But what he's shown, I mean, he catches our eye.
Does it get kind of hard to not get excited because you know they're only in shorts? And
I try not to fight getting excited. You know, personally, I kind of like it. I mean, it is exciting. Whenever you see people do well and they start to get a grasp of it, listen, you'll see flashes, but you're looking for consistency. And that's where one day it's good, one day it's not so good. The first group has played pretty consistent, I felt. It's getting that second and third group to where they can play consistent. So you see victories just like we saw today, you know, and shoot, we're going to get excited about that and build off those things.
When you're putting a lot on guys' plates, what kind of asset is it to have a guy like Phillip back there slinging it and really testing?
It is. And I thought, you know, last year it really matured our defense faster. I felt like going against him. And, you know, I think the players would feel the same way. So he just does some things that force you to be on your job every play. If you take a break, he's going to make you pay. And that's hard for a younger player to come in and line up against him because it's like, gosh, every play. Every play. It feels like he'll get them into the right place. So that in itself is a challenge. But they're learning that. You know, it's football 301 and 401 and 501 for them. Okay? All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Not even thinking, being able to cut, being able to get out my breaks, and I'm back to where I feel I was before.
Was there a point that you had to get through of doubt or questioning, am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to make these cuts?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Just because with the ACL, man, it's a tough recovery. Just because some days you're going to have good days, some days you're going to have bad days, some days your leg's not going to be firing the way that it used to be. And that was pretty much my routine every day, like trying to get, you know, some strength back in my leg. And with this past surgery I had, I've been able to get the strength. I've been able to move. And, you know, I like where I'm at.
Were you surprised when you found out that you needed another surgery, or did it feel like something was wrong?
Nah, I mean, I felt like something was wrong just because I know my body. You know what I mean? I know how I'm supposed to feel, and I wasn't feeling how I was. So I think the surgery was needed.
Did you kind of go into the season opener feeling that way, or did you kind of aggravate something?
Nah, I mean, it was tough just throughout the entire time, but, you know what I mean? I was just hoping that something was going to be some type of breakthrough, but it didn't happen.
When you're rehabbing, you're spending so much time alone, just working on yourself. What's it like to get out with a group of guys and just be around it?
Man, to be real, man, they stuck with me throughout the entire time. You know, that's one thing I got to give credit to the coaches, the organization, and my teammates throughout the entire time of last year being frustrated. Guys was still texting me, coaches was hitting me up, so it's been love. So then now being able to get out here physically, being able to move around, you know, it's fun just getting out there with them.
Was there anybody in particular you leaned on during the rehabilitation?
I mean, outside my family and my brothers, my girl, Jaleel. Jaleel was like right there. I mean, even though we lived down the street from each other, but we was texting every day. You know, I was keeping him motivated. He was playing, and, you know, he was just sending me text messages, you know, saying that, you know, it's going to be me and him and the rest of the guys out there soon. So here we are.
Have there been specific moments out here these last 2 days where you're like, wow, like this is good, like this is right? And can you kind of share what those moments were? Maybe?
Nah, yeah. Being out here, man, just seeing how deep we are at every position is great, especially in the defensive room. I mean, we got so many guys that could play all over the field. And being able to get back to how I used to play and adding on to what they did last year, I think it could be special.
While you were out, when Trevor stepped up, Casey came in, where do you guys all fit into it?
Man, like I said, but we deep. And so just seeing the things that Trevor was able to do consistently week in and week out, Casey getting another Pro Bowl under his belt, and then now me coming back, adding my talents into the group is special. You know, you got Lil, you got Dez. I can just go down the list of all the Jack boys we got on the squad.
You've had to fight back from injuries through a lot of your career. Have you gotten better as the ways you take care of your body and the things you've done differently?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's part of my story. You know, I dealt with so much adversity getting here, and then the fact that I'm dealt with a lot of injuries. It's kept me up to date with other people's going through injuries. I feel like I know so much. I know to tell them, like, hey, work on this or work on that. So I just feel it's just something that the man above put on my plate. And so I'm able to be a gift for somebody else.
Flip side of that, when you're a competitor like you are, how is it to learn how to maintain your patience and learn how to push that away and focus on what you got to do?
It's hard just because having a competitive mindset, you're always going to be on go mode. So it's hard for me to kind of settle down or ease my way into things. I felt the training staff and the coaches did a good job by just starting me an individual, work with me in 7-on-7, and now being able to go full. So I think they did a good job of doing that.
What have you changed in your workout routine? Anything?
Just being more precise with the things, making sure I'm taking care of my body, doing the little things, working on the little things to keep me strong, keep me up to speed.
Is it one of those things where you're more attuned to there's a danger sign or there's something that doesn't feel right?
Nah, I don't have that mindset. My mindset is just to try to get better at each and everything. Don't worry about, the stuff I can't control.
How excited are you to get the pads on during training camp?
You said what?
How excited are you to get the pads
Oh, I can't wait. I'm actually happy that I was able to do things now, that way for a mental standpoint, being able to have a full day. Now I know with these 5-6 weeks we about to have off, I could grind, and then day one I'm ready.
Casey and all your coaches have been talking about how excited they are to get you back on the field. How does that know that your coaches and players are behind you on this?
Yeah, like I said before, they stuck with me throughout the entire time last year. And so being able to come out here and make a few plays and seeing the guys cheering on and just having that swag, it's been helping me get through my days.
Jason, what's going to be your focus over the next 6 weeks as you work towards training camp?
Just stay on the grind. That's all I could do. I had my ups and downs throughout my career and throughout the last 2 seasons, so there ain't no holding back.
Exercise level up?
Yeah, everything. I mean, I'm of course, take a little vacation as soon as we break here, but, come Tuesday of next week, man, I'm at it.
And the expectation is you're going to be full go once training camp starts?
Training camp day one, I'm on the field.
How important is that?
Oh, it's very important. Like I said, I was happy that I was able to even do OTAs. They wasn't expecting me to be out here, but I'm here and I got the physical thing down. My mental game is right, and so with these 6 weeks, I'm gonna grind and get ready for the season.
Is this a critical year for you, do you think?
I think every year is critical. It's just something that I had to deal with. I hate that I had to have the injuries that I have, but it's gonna be special when I bounce back this year.
So you don't think about the contract stuff though?
Nah, that's something that I can't really control. What I control is on the green grass.
The other guy, Casey Hayward's been balling the last couple of years. I feel like he's a little underappreciated. Maybe people aren't giving him his due nationally.
Nah, I mean, I think he's respected. Obviously being 2-time All-Pros, 2-time Pro Bowl, well, you know what? How come you can't expect that? I feel he's a top 5 corner. I feel when both of us on the field healthy, it could be dangerous.
What makes him do?
His instincts, just being able to read the quarterback, being able to read receivers, being able to read route combinations, and being able to jump routes.
Is that what you steal from him when you watch him?
Yeah, a little bit, but, I tend just to focus on my game at the same time.
Gus Bradley just talked about how going up against Philip Rivers really tests you guys. You can't take the playoff. From a player's perspective, how does he make you guys better as a unit?
I would say his instincts and being able to know coverages. That's something I think Phil has a gift of, is being able to break the huddle, read, and know the timing, the routes. And that's what it helps us, being able to go against somebody like that. Sure.
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, I get that a lot. Even in text messages.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Your OTAs and out here during training camp?
Oh, looking good, man. We're coming together, bringing in the young guys. They're learning, still learning, up to this point now. But we looking real good, man. I like, the way we're out there, just playing, flying around, having fun with each other.
How have things changed for you, and what have you done differently this offseason?
I actually lift weights this offseason because I remember last year around this time I was like 210. A lot of coaches and players thought I was sick or something like that. But this offseason, I got lifted a lot. I'm kind of, I wouldn't say I am a lot heavier than I was last year at this time. So right now I'm just, losing a couple pounds, but I feel good. It's undisclosed. But
How much would you like to lose?
About 5 pounds. About 5. Yeah, I weighed myself today, so yeah, 5 pounds.
What's it like just to get out there, hang out with the guys?
Oh, it's fun to be out there, period. I mean, just being in the building, waking up in the morning, knowing I got to go to work, that's all a great feeling. Then I get in here with guys like Melvin, Gordon over there. It's a lot of fun.
How different is it going through this second time with Gus Bradley, and how much more has he been able to kind of find a place during this period because you guys have that base?
I wouldn't say it's different. It's more like, just more learning. You think you really understand the defense, but, like every day you learn, something else, within this defense that can be so simple. And, with just having Gus Bradley as defensive coordinator, man, everything's, I won't say a breeze, but, it's a lot more simple. He's a positive attitude, and, I'm pretty sure y'all see his energy, even when he talks to the microphone.
How do you think Uchenna and Kaiser performed?
Sweat.
Those young guys?
They perform really good, man. Like I said, they still coming along, still, making some mistakes, but they are getting better, every day. And they're a great addition, to the defense, especially linebackers.
How about you, Dave?
Oh, JB, that's the speedster. He's the fastest linebacker we got in the group. But I feel like I give him a run for his money in like 10 yards, though. But JB, he done put on some weight, too. And, he can still run with it, so you can't even tell.
What's it like going against that offense day in and day out and all the weapons?
It's to me, I like it a lot. You got Phil back there, future Hall of Fame quarterback. We just got Pouncey as addition, to the offensive line as a center. And, he's pretty quick to be a center. Melvin back there, Keenan, Travis, Tyrell, a lot of speed over there. So it gets me on my P's and Q's, on my toes. And that's kind of why, I want to lose some weight, too. I'm sweating. Anybody else hot? It's just me. We always going to be confident. I would say everybody stay healthy. There's going to be a lot of confidence going on around here, period. But right now, like I said, man, we just coming together, playing together. That's what it's all about.
What do you think Pouncey has added to this offensive line? It's different from last year to this year?
Say just more experience, his leadership. Like I said, him being the center, you kind of take control over that line. So, some more leadership, down there. You got guys like Russell, Joe, that's, experienced as well, but, he's the man in the middle. So, you can say the quarterback of the offensive line.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you.
Why the fuck sweat?
245?